Hello and welcome to Meanwhile back on the hobby farm. Today I am going to go over a quick video on the Power Smart 40 volt rechargeable snow thrower. This thing is not a John Deere, it's not a case. It works great for a little path that we have to do in a very short driveway. So this is it. I used it for the first time yesterday, and if I were to base it on it being that way all the time, I would have only given it a 4 out of 10. However, to be fair, we were 52 degrees on Sunday. We had a flash freeze occur overnight, Sunday night, and ended up with 3 inches of snow. The ground is extremely warm. The snow didn't freeze, so using this is almost like using it in mud. So I wasn't overly impressed. However, we did get, it's been cold now, established for 36 hours with 20 degrees. The ground is still kind of wet, but if you have a blacktop or cement driveway, which we don't, we have a gravel, it's frozen enough right now where it's going to work great. And I am going to use it in a couple of minutes. But the reason why I got this video is I did some research. I did not like it. And what I did not like was right here, these LED lights. It is brighter than can be. I don't know why they put lights on it. I guess some people like to do snow removal at nighttime. Not me. I like to be out during the daytime. It's a little bit warmer, and the only issue is there's no on-off switch on that. This is a 40 volt unit. When you fire it up, those lights come right on. Bright as a dickens. I don't need it. I don't need the extra power for it. I don't need it to drain the battery down. So I did some YouTubing and I did some Googling. I could not find in the life of me how to disengage it. There is no on-off switch on it. Some of these models do have an on-off switch. This one does not. I called customer service. Less than desirable to speak to. I didn't find them very professional. They told me there is not. I said, well, if I take it apart, if I snip the wires, is it going to break a circuit where it won't start? Because the lights come on automatically when you start it. And an example, I have a Honda Civic behind me. If you pull the fuse out for the horn, the vehicle will not start. So I didn't know by disconnecting it, is that going to stop it from starting? So I did some work here, and I'll show you what I did. And I already did it. I popped this off. Let's see if you can see that here on the video. Kind of hard to tell. What I did was I cut the 2 ground wires. Let's put that right back on here, closer here. I guess I need it closer. My fingers are a little frozen. Okay, let's get this down here. Here we go, a little bit closer. So I just snipped them. You do not have to tape them up or wire harness them with the wire nut because it's not going to shut out. I left the positive on there, so I don't have. That's why I don't have to tape it. And we're gonna. And that is it. It's on there. That's the fix. That's the whole fix. We'll start this up for you. Trying to get the right angle here. We'll start it up. That's it. That was a quick fix, wasn't it? Oops. Lost my camera here on my mount. Okay, one thing I did do some research on this. I didn't purchase this. My wife bought it for me. And I always do my Google research. They didn't get a very good favoring when it comes to customer service. And I can understand why, because when I took it out of the box to put it together, This starting module has 2 bolts underneath, and they were broken. They're supposed to go into a plastic housing, and they were broken off. I could have called customer service, had them send me a new one, ship that one back, da-da-da-da-da-da. I didn't want to mess with it. What we did was I took the module out, I put some industrial strength adhesive underneath on this bar right here. Then I zip tied it shut and left it on there for 24 hours. That thing is solid. But just as an extra insurance insurance policy, I guess you want to say, assurance, is I put this bracket underneath it right here. You can see that metal bracket right there. And it just so happens, I don't know why, they had 2 extra, and these aren't the ones that were broken. You can see right where my finger is. Where is it? Right there. There's 2 little plastic housings, and these are the bolts that came that were broken. They actually belonged one here and one up here, but they were broken, and the little plastic tab that the bolts go in were broken, but they happen to have 2 extra ones here. I don't know why, but it was to my advantage. I put a bracket on it. That thing's not going nowhere. So I'm going to take it out. We'll show you what it looks like. Okay, the chute is a manual chute. The 2-stage models that they have, they're electric. I'm glad it doesn't, because I just don't believe in using all the extra battery power for stupid stuff. So it's a manual one, and I'm going to show you. This is a gravel driveway, so it's not going to work as good as it's going to on a cement or concrete. But once the ground freezes, and hopefully it does, we did get 3 inches, 2 inches, 3 inches overnight last night. That's the fluffy snow, so it'll work a little bit better. So let's get it fired up. The 2 or 3 inches of snow that we got last evening, a lot of it melted on the ground because the ground is still very warm. So, I mean, it did. I mean, it cleared a path, but like I said,